Hello, and welcome to another story. This time we're doing a My Hero Academia story. As per usual, this is written by me, so no links to anywhere, as the story is just on here. This story is going to be a villain story. Ooh! So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. It's not very often that the great demon king Shota Aizawa made his way out of the underground kingdom. The villain, the feared villain he should say, decided to make some rounds in the above ground world. Again, he didn't do this often, but this time it was necessary. In Denver, the #1 hero was out and about. This hero had been his main target for a while now, and finally, this could be his chance to take down Endeavor once and for all. Endeavor had screwed with him for the last time. He got to an alleyway where a woman was screaming for help. But she wasn't screaming for her, Shota noticed. She was screaming for her baby. Shota was confused at first, but took a very close look. She was pregnant. The green-haired woman, who was being brutally beaten to death, was pregnant, though she wasn't showing very much. Shota shook his head. That didn't matter at the moment. A small detail like that could be overlooked. He made his way to jump in to break up the fight when Endeavor stepped in and just made things worse. Before Shota knew it, the alleyway was on fire. The thugs burnt. Nothing but ashes remained, as Endeavor's fire was hot enough to render somebody as ashes. Shota growled in anger. Yeah, they were thugs, but they didn't deserve death like this. Shota noticed that the woman had stumbled out before Endeavor had started the fire, but unfortunately she had been caught in the crosshairs. She was burned, and quite badly. And Denver just looked at her and shook his head and left. He left her to die. Aizawa snarled at that. He missed his chance to kill Endeavor, but he had more important matters to attend. The woman needed help, and needed help quick. He scooped her up and ran back to the underground. He ran to the hospital, where he demanded the staff take good care of her. A few hours later, and a young American doctor walked out. "My king, I bring you news of the green-haired woman," she said grimly. "Yes, what news do you bring of me?" "I'm sorry, my king. We did what we could. But the mother was too injured. She did not survive." "The baby?" "Her injuries forced her into an early labor. Too early. According to Midoriya Inko, the mother, the baby was due in early October." Too soon, Shota thought. Far too soon. "Will the baby survive?" he asked. "We aren't sure, my lord. We are going to do everything we can to ensure the baby's survival. But for the mother, like I've said, there was nothing more that we could do. We got her through a very painful birth, and then made her comfortable as she passed." "Did she name the baby before she died?" "Yes, Izuku." is his name. A brilliant name. Take me to the baby." "Yes, my lord. This way," the doctor said. She led him to the NICU nursery. There, Shota was shown a single baby in a giant sterile room all by itself. The tiniest baby he had ever seen, with a small tuft of green-black hair. Shota sucked in a breath. This baby was his. This baby was destined to be his. He had found his prince, his successor, the one that would take over his kingdom. "Drop the adoption papers," he told the young doctor, "and get my husband on the phone. Tell him I have a surprise for him," Shota said. The young doctor nodded and bowed respectfully as she left to go do as she was told. No one would dare disobey the great demon king, after all. Within minutes, his husband, the other great demon king, Hisashi Yamada, was right next to him. "Hisashi, look there. Our prince, our successor, the next one to take over our kingdom. He's brilliant," Shota said with pride. "Oh, Sho, he's gorgeous," Hisashi said. "Look at him. He's maybe small now, but he's going to be big and strong. I know it. Oh, Shota, thank you for this wonderful gift." "In Denver?" he asked. "Alive, unfortunately. I'll get that bastard one way or the other," Shota swore. "You will. I know it. But tonight was not the night. No, tonight was the night our dear son, the demon prince, was brought home to us." "Yes. Our son was brought home to us. Oh, Zashi, I'm so happy." "I'm happy as well, Sho. Our baby is going to be the greatest demon king of all. We shall alert the kingdom at once. The villains must know. But for now, let us stay and enjoy the infant." "Of course. I don't want to leave our baby for a second. Oh, nurse, please let us into the nursery." "I'm sorry, my lords. I'm afraid I cannot. The young infant is so fragile right now. Please wait at least a week or two until we know that the baby will survive." "Could we not wear masks or suits and gloves?" "Unfortunately, my king, no. We need the room to be as sterile as possible. The poor child has no immune system, and with there being a possibility that the baby might not survive, it's just better this way. I'm sorry. Please, if the infant can survive until sunrise in the above-ground sun, then you may see your precious prince. But until then, please, just let us do our jobs as we are paid to do." "Very well. Keep a good eye on our son." "Yes, my lord, I shall." With that, the nurse turned and went about her duties. The two kings just settled in for the night outside of the nursery, looking at their beautiful son. They had plans for this boy. Brilliant plans. Plans that will turn the world upside down. And that is part 1 of this story, guys. So I think since this is going to be a multi-chapter podfic, I think I'm going to do the first 2 or 3 parts, and then we'll move on to another Demon Slayer story that I kind of have floating around that I want to share, and then we'll come back with another 2 or 3 parts, and then we'll just kind of alternate until this is finished. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you soon!